I'm headed out to Las Vegas. We're doing 4 episodes on the Jobber podcast. It's going to be a pretty fun trip out there. We're talking about automations. We're talking about social media content. We're talking about AI and how to prepare your business. Really excited for this trip. I'm going to be doing another vlog and documenting the entire process of the flight, me getting there, the studio, the episodes that we're doing, my takeaways, and it should be a really fun trip. All right, so I made it to Las Vegas airport. It's crazy to me, like, just land or while you're waiting, you can just the slot machines. Now I'm going over to the Wynn hotels where we stay, and we have that's where also the studio is for Jobber. I literally have like probably 30 minutes, and then I got back-to-back episodes, so should be fun. Gotta get locked in. All right, we made it to the Wynn, so I'm on the 26th floor. I'm walking over there now. They're getting ready for this F-150 race that's happening. I think it's happening next week. So there's like these like crazy cars like all over the place. It's pretty sick. All right, we made it to the studio, Sirius XM studio. Apparently, they recently had Shaq in here, Stephen A. Smith, Carrie Underwood, and now they have Phil Risher. So they're live right now, and I'm about to get my makeup on. Stay tuned, first episode.
All right, you good.
How do I look? Good. I pulled up to Jobber Masters of Home Service with my Jobber 5000. Tough. All right, just wrapped up 2 episodes. I did one on AI and how to leverage AI. We talked a lot about like using AI as an assistant or a co-pilot to come alongside you, like using your actual social media content and using ChatGPT to come alongside you and educate you. We also talked about one secret hack that last week I talked to 2 business owners. They were both 7 figures, and they're trying to hire like sales roles or GMs in their business. But if you don't know what you're hiring for or what to look for, it's really hard. So what we did with them on the call was we went to ChatGPT, and pro tip, go to ChatGPT. Instead of just typing things in, use the voice feature and just talk to it as if it's the #1 recruiter in the entire world. And talk to it like a friend, like this. Just be like, hey, I'm trying to hire a salesperson or director, but I really need them to understand this, and this about my business, and it would be nice if they knew da-da-da-da-da, and just like talk to it. And then ask it like at the end, hey, I need a job description of what this job looks like. Then it's gonna give you a job description. Now, what you do with this job description is you take it and you go and you ask it, based off this job description, what are 10 questions I should ask the candidate to make sure that they know that they are the right fit for this? And then you take those questions and you say, what are the answers that I'm looking for when I hear the answers to make sure that I know that they're the right fit? So you get a job description, you get the questions for the hiring, and you also get the answers. So we talked about this strategy from the AI perspective of how to actually use AI. And then I dropped my big prediction, which I know this is true because we already do this, is in 2026, home service business owners are going to have AI avatars of themselves. And we already have an AI avatar of me. What this allows my team to do is they can ask it any question that they want. They can literally go there and say, what would Phil say? And it's pulling from all my podcasts, all the content I've ever created, and our SOPs, and it will cite the sources. So every single business owner that I talk to says, I wish that I could duplicate myself. Specifically on the phones, I wish that my CSRs could talk like me. I wish my sales reps could answer objections like me. Well, now you can literally duplicate yourself. The problem is that you need the content to funnel into these platforms to be able to duplicate yourself. And if you're not creating content, you don't have SOPs, you don't have processes or anything unique to feed these platforms, then it's all in your brain and it's not an AI avatar. And my prediction is that AI avatars are going to be on websites, they're going to be in your sales process, they're going to be definitely for internal, for training purposes. And this is going to be by 2026. And we already have this for us and we're rolling it out. And we're building these out for clients. But anyways, this episode for AI is what we talked about, those things and more in depth. The other episode I did was with Corey. He owns he's an electrical contractor business in Canada. And we talked about automations. And specifically, we talked about lead nurture sequences, estimate nurture sequence, but then some secret automations as well that I don't talk too much about. But one of them in particular, which is a gold mine for every business, we work with this HVAC contractor. They're like $10 or $11 million. And what we did was they keep track of all their equipment. So like all their HVAC units, hot water heaters, whatever. When they go into a home, they do a checklist. And they mark down the age of the unit, and then they literally have an aging unit report. So if you use Service Titan, you'll be familiar with the aging unit report. And if you don't use Service Titan, just create a custom field and put in hot water heater install date. And what we do is we run a report every single time that a unit hits 10 years, because you got to replace your units at 10 years. Then at 10 years, we send them a text or an email. Now, you could go out to a home today and it's 9 years old. But are you going to remember in a year that, I need to reach out to this person because they hit 10 years or 2 years old or whatever the numbers are? So what we do is we send them an email that says HVAC unit lifespan. It's like, hey, your thing hit 10 years old. We want to come out and do a pre-assessment. As it starts aging out, you need to have a replacement plan. We want to make sure that you have all the options that you need, and we'll give you a free membership or whatever. So those are two really good episodes. I mean, great content. We talked a lot more about those things, but I'm excited for them to come out. I'm meeting up with some of the other guys that are here, business owners, for dinner tonight. We're going to this Italian restaurant. It's in the spot. Hey, check out the fit though. Got the jobbers on. All I do is jobber. Probably my favorite hotel is the Venetian because it looks like this 24/7, like a sunset. That's not the real sky. That's the actual sky of the Venetian. And it's a pretty close walk from the studio. And also, let me show you this. So you can actually rent these gondolas like that. And you can take it through, here, let me show you. You can take it through the entire water thing. Like here, watch this. This is in the hotel. It's really crazy. So, it's pretty nice. That's why I like this one. Also, the Caesar's Palace is similar to this, but this is Venetian like Venice. Crazy. The other hotel that I like is the Caesar's Palace because they have the Trevi Fountain and Colosseum vibe. You might not know this. I actually studied abroad in Rome when I was in college, and literally feels like I'm in Rome. It's really cool. All right, it's 4 a.m. and I usually just stay on the East Coast time when I come here. So last night I went to dinner with about 5 other guys, business owners. Hunter, he's one, I'm actually doing an episode today with him about social content. He's got like 200,000 followers. He does junk removal and he's only in his early 20s, but he's like killing it. So we sat next to each other and just, I tried to go to bed early. I was out till 8:30, which is like 11:30, which usually I go to bed at like 9. But really good conversation. I think the biggest takeaway is just documenting and not trying to create too much based off of his content, which we're going to talk about more in the podcast. It's pretty cool. Alright, I just finished recording probably the best episode of the season in my opinion, but they said it too. It was about creating content in under 1 hour, specifically social media content for your business. And it was me and Hunter has like 200,000 followers on Instagram and he makes viral content. But we talked about real practical ways of how to create content and set your business up for success. And not only viral content, but content that actually converts, and how to take content and have it help you from a search perspective. Take 7 impressions for people to remember your name. And if you're relying on Google search, Google ads, and people going to Google to find you, well, there's a better search, and the search is them searching your name because they know about you. And it was a really great episode. I'm really excited for it to come out because another thing we talked about was 3 videos that someone could make like right after this episode. And some of the videos I did was just like, take your phone like this and say, hey, here's my CSR. Hey CSR, what do you like about working here? And just interview your team, or do a shop tour, or go and tell the story of the origination story. Like, hey, I started the company in da-da-da because of da-da-da. These are all videos that you should be posting and you could be creating to help you stand out as an expert and to just build brand in general. A lot of people don't do it. Just wrapped up the final episode, so I did 4 total episodes. This last one that we did was about how to prepare your business for AI search, which I did a whole webinar on this, and it's on our YouTube channel, and it walks you through the 7 parts to ranking on AI search. It actually has some free checklists and other things, but anyways, we went through that 7-part checklist of how to rank, and then we talked about large language models and preparing your business for the land grab that's happening on AI search. One of the biggest things is that Bright Local did a study, and what they found was that 72% of boomers are using Google search for local searches, which not surprising. But they also found that 46% of Gen Z uses Google search for local search. That means that 54% of them do not use Google search for local search. They use social media, AI, and other platforms to find local businesses. Right now, okay, it's fine. They're searching for cafes or bars or other local things. But when they own a home, they're not magically just going to go to Google to find local service businesses. They're going to use AI. They're going to use social media. And in particular, social media and large language models is training AI search. So it's a huge land grab. I literally was like trying to shake these people watching, like, you need to start creating content. You need to make sure that you're ranking in AI search and that you're training these large language models on your business. So if you're watching this, you should do that too. And that concludes the 4 episodes. So this is what I do. I come out to Las Vegas. I go to the studio with Jobber, record the content, and then fly back home. So tomorrow morning, I'm flying back home. The reason I fly home in the mornings is I did it once where it was night and I flew after the episode. So like right now, it's about like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I live on the East Coast, so it's a 3-hour time difference. So when I record, if I leave at 6 o'clock, for example, here, it's really like 9 o'clock there. Or if I leave at 3 o'clock here, it's really 6 o'clock there. And it takes 5 hours to fly there. So one time I did it, I didn't go home till like 1 or 2 in the morning. So now I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be leaving tomorrow morning early, like 6 a.m. Las Vegas time. So then I'll get home around 2, 3 o'clock and be able to pick up my daughter from daycare and stuff. So I'm flying out tomorrow. Tonight, I'm going to be going to get tacos with Adam, the host. And right now, I'm probably just going to go walk around and hang out in the strip. One of my favorite spots that's close to the hotel is this place called Taco Gordo. And they have some fire tacos. You can actually see over there. You basically go up to a line. So they have this one, which I got, which is steak. And then this one, which is pork. And they basically give you the works, and they're delicious. I made it back in my office/studio. Awesome trip. It was quick. Tuesday, I dropped my daughter off at daycare, went out to Las Vegas. Wednesday, recorded. Thursday, flew home, worked on the airplane. And I think the biggest takeaways from that trip is content is king. And the more content you can create, the more automations that you can build inside of your CRM and inside of your process. And on top of that, utilizing AI to come alongside you as a co-pilot, you will grow your business. So if this is something that you need help with for your business, literally what my company does, there's a link down below. You can set up a meeting. If not, I'm curious to get your thoughts on this trip to Vegas, maybe some of the takeaways from some of the episodes that I mentioned. Drop a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.